Oh, we got a new pack in the store. Soft spots. Is this the SA-87? Absolutely not. Got some cool cards and stuff, but don't really care. I'm still waiting, but whatever happened to that one pack that was supposed to come with the dual swords or whatever? Is that still coming out for this season? What I knew, it was supposed to come out this season, but we got what? 9 days, less than 10 days to go. So either those swords end up coming out on Tuesday, or it's coming out in season 5. I don't really know how long this video is gonna be and stuff. I'm just, you know, still paying attention to Ari and everything. Last night we ended up taking her back just to get, you know, rechecked for certain things and everything, and yeah, now she's just back home again on her medication and everything, and we're just watching her. So Infinity Ward ended up putting out a thing, as we know, that Call of Duty, especially Warzone in particular, has this ridiculous cheating problem. You know, as somebody that consistently played like a lot of old Call of Duties and things like that, I was used to having scenarios where, you know, I would get into a bunch of hacked lobbies or 10th prestige lobbies and things like that, but this is full-blown cheating aimbot stuff, not just straight spin botting either. They genuinely just cheat on everything. Every single game that they play, they cheat, they cheat, they cheat, they cheat, they go more and more and more, and they're not stopped for months at a time. And so most games we know has like an anti-cheat, or they got a bunch of ban waves and they just got a better way to, you know, detect cheaters and things like that, and then they get banned, or the reporting system will work and all this other stuff. They encouraged us all to report people for all of this stuff, and there are still people consistently at the top of, you know, the leaderboard where they have stats that are clearly, very clearly tampered with. Very clear, blatant cheating that you would see and come across each and every single day, no matter what kind of player you are, unless you're like bottom of the barrel, not high, you know, score per minute or anything like that. Only because of how skill-based matchmaking works in this thing, the only way that you can avoid cheaters is by hoping that your score is low enough to never even be clumped in with. Everybody already knows, you know, going into a battle royale, especially with a, you know, 100, 150, 200 players, you're likely gonna get, you know, a wide variety of different players. So getting a cheater is fairly common, and a lot of people are used to this, okay? And people have dealt with this for months at this point. And then when Infinity Ward did their ban waves and everything, or Activision, or whoever it is that does this whole ban waving thing, it turns out a lot of people, innocent players, ended up getting banned at the same time. Now, this reminds me of the situation that I was in during, what was it, World War II. Sledgehammer literally had replied to me on Twitter. I think it was Michael Condrey. It might have been Michael Condrey who replied to me and was like, are you sure you weren't up to anything bad, Jet? Like, yeah, I'm pretty fucking sure. I know he's just being playful about it or whatever, but the fact that I got banned and then I got that kind of reply, it was just like mind-blowing to me. It was just like, why in the fuck would anybody in this position cheat? Especially when I don't even need to prove anything. I can literally just sit here and not play. It's not like the cheating isn't obvious to begin with anyway. You gotta be like a very, very intelligent slash cerebral person to sit there and use a cheat at the same time being not completely obvious throughout thousands of videos and thousands of games played. It's just, it's no way. There's been a lot of radio silence over the past couple months after they released their initial thing, and then they did that ban wave, and a lot of innocent people got banned, and I heard that some people got unbanned, but I'm seeing underneath of the replies to this thing anyway, a lot of people are saying that they're not even unbanned from their original account from that wave, and they're not getting an answer back on whether or not they're going to get their accounts back. And I was talking about this before, since we don't necessarily actually have an anti-cheat, and they just do ban waves, it doesn't really make sense. So look, let me read this. So Infinity Ward says, cheating will not be tolerated. More ban waves are coming. Fucking, ooh, I have to go and make a whole new account on a free-to-play game. If you receive a ban, it is for unauthorized manipulation of game data. We know what cheating is. Don't fall for services offering cheats and modifications. These are fraudulent, not true. I don't think that the aimbots that we're seeing is fraudulent at all. That looks pretty legit to me. Please do not use unauthorized third-party software to mod or hack. This includes tools such as hex editors. I used to actually mess around with hex editors back on PlayStation 2 with, what was it? Game Shark or some other thing like that. A lot of people called it hexing or whatever. I don't know if that's the same exact thing or whatever. But that equip items that you may have not acquired properly. Yeah, it sounds right. We define this as cheating, and there's no place for that in our game. Yeah, we know that. This is a bannable offense, and you risk losing your account. Yeah. You could also not do that and still be caught in a ban wave, though. Unauthorized third-party software includes, but is not limited to, aimbots, wall hacks, trainers, stats hacks, texture hacks, leaderboard hacks, injectors, hex editors, or any software used to deliberately modify game data or memory. Do not do it. This may result in getting banned. I swear you guys have literally said the same thing for the past 3 rules. You're explaining the same thing, but then just ending it slightly differently. Avoid tutorials and services that offer ways to modify your camo? Dude, let's be honest. Who gives a shit about a modified camo when we got a motherfucker dropping 1,000 kills in Warzone and 6 backflips flying through the air and no, it's on stream. Thousands of people watching. Anything that suggests altering the memory on your console or PC in order to acquire new gear, items, or loadouts beyond what is offered in-game is a hack and is considered cheating. Yeah! We know! We will enforce accordingly, which may result in being banned. It's like they think we're scared of the word banned. And I say we because literally even innocent players are getting banned. I ain't scared of shit. Ban my account. I fucking dare you. I wish you fucking would. Hey, there's a reason I don't get invited to these events, but looking at this over again, you can pause it yourself and read this over. But basically this says, hey guys, please don't hack. We're gonna do another ban wave. Don't hack again. Basically, Infinity Ward asked the hackers to stop hacking, and they said no. I know that a lot of people see most of the cheaters and stuff in Warzone because that's the free-to-play thing. And obviously, you know, if you have to get into multiplayer or whatever it is, even the weekend warfares are pretty bad because, you know, the free-to-play players get access to that. It is mostly PC players. Modded consoles aren't nearly as prevalent as they were back on, like, indigestion. Modded consoles like JTAGs and things like that haven't been that prevalent anyway since like the Xbox 360, so I just took a guess. No brain activity. Basically, they tried to say don't try to buy hacks because you'll get scammed. But then in the process, also validate that those hacks actually exist by naming all of them. I don't know. That's just such a weird post to me. Most people, you know, are seeing this as generally a good thing, I guess. But ultimately, if we don't have an anti-cheat, what's to stop them? Who cares about a ban wave? A part of me hopes you ban my shit so I have another video to make. A lot of people think that multiplayer players don't deal with hackers. I run into like, you know, 1 hacker a day. I don't run into like a huge amount of them. But yeah, definitely. I mean, I could say that I've experienced multiple hackers just through completing certain guns. Obviously, cheating in Warzone is probably even more frustrating, you know, because if you die, and that's it. It just feels cheap and whatever, not earned and all that stuff. In multiplayer, you get killed hundreds of times by the same guy, and then he just laughs at you because he knows he's not gonna get banned. Obviously, people that cheat or people that hack and all that other shit, it's loser shit to do. We know this, right? But what's even worse is that we have a literal AAA multi-million-dollar company that can't stop it. Or more so, they just don't care to. I don't really know. A lot of people blame the PC side of everything for, you know, the increase in hacking and all that other stuff, but honestly, they should have been prepared for this. I don't think it should ever be a thing where it's like, oh, we just won't play with PC players anymore, blah, blah, blah. It's just, I think it's a good idea to probably disable crossplay, in my opinion, if you're on console, PS4 in particular, since it's the only one you can do it on. I would probably recommend turning off crossplay, especially on Warzone, because most cheaters are on PC. It's just a more easily accessible thing. Instead of going out of your way to try to find a janky PS4 or Xbox One or whatever. I just think that shit's funny. It's sad, honestly. Like, I want to believe in everything that they do. I truly do. But this whole banning thing, we've already done the ban waves before and it's still happening. Do you think you're just gonna do like 3 more sweeps over the game and then what happens when the next Call of Duty comes out? Are you still gonna release these ban waves or are you just gonna let the hackers still, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been going on for months. It would be absolutely mind-blowing to me if they would rather just not have crossplay and not even make a good PC version of the game than even bother giving any time and thought into an anti-cheat. That's what it feels like. Gut feeling tells me that they are willing to actually degrade the quality of our games just to not do this. It's just, it doesn't make sense. I've seen so many games. There are so many examples out there that this is not unrealistic to ask for. But yeah, if you're a bad boy hacker out there, stop it. Or you're gonna have to make another account. Hope you learned your lesson.